let's start planning your wedding. Say I do with our new ballroom. Better, right? And probably my favorite still to date, Hornblower Cruises is in, they're on both coasts, but in San Francisco, they'll do like the Alcatraz cruise, and they do dinner cruises and other stuff, sightseeing, but they also do weddings and events on their boats. And if you inquire about a wedding with Hornblower Cruises, your subject line is, oh shit, you're getting married. You make somebody smile, you stop them. You gonna open that email first? Of course you will. Right? Look at your subject line, make it more compelling, make it more interesting, make them want to open your email, and make it from a person, not from info@. Don't use Gmail, or forget AOL, but don't use Gmail or something else like that. If you give me a Gmail address, I know your email address. If you give me an email that says Kathy at something, I know your name, your email, and your website. Have you ever gone to someone's website from their email address? Sure. Can't do that if it's Gmail. All they get is your name. Maybe even your name, maybe not. Right? So Alan at alanberg.com, you know my name, my email, and my website. Alan at weddingbusinesssolutions.com, you know my name, my email, and my website. Right? Gmail can power your own email at your website. For like, what is it, $5 a month or $10 a month, something like that. Right? So I have Alan at alanberg.com, Alan at weddingbusinesssolutions.com, I have all kinds of other ones like that. You know what I don't have? Info at. I do have an info page on my website, but that's to give you my bio and headshots, that's different. So, after you don't get a reply the first day, the next day, he said day, not week, the next day, put yourself at the top of their inbox. Put yourself at the top of their messaging. If it's on Instagram or Facebook or the Knot or Wedding Wire, you put yourself back at the top because the new message comes to the top. So if they're getting messages from you and from other people, which they are, whether it's email or text or whatever, put yourself back at the top. Don't overthink this. Send the same message you sent the first day with a little preview that says, just in case this didn't make it through to you yesterday, and then the same message. Don't overthink it. Just say the same thing. Okay? Now, if you still don't hear back, and you haven't tried another method, texting, calling, something else, then try something else. Because if you're sending them emails, only sending them emails because they came in through your website, and the emails are going to spam, like the Reverend that emailed me today, send them 10 more emails, they're all going to spam. So if you haven't yet tried something else, try something else. If you're messaging through the Wedding Wire or the Knot or Instagram or Facebook and you have their email address, send them an email. If you're sending them emails and you can find them on one of those other sites, send them through there. But you got to try something else because if email is going to spam, just keep sending them, they're going to keep going to spam. Now, you still don't hear back, now you can let it sit for a couple of days. Because you are way ahead of competitors because 54% are trying twice, which means 46% gave up after the first one. Only a third are trying 3 times. So you're already in a group now of only a third of the people that we shopped. Okay? And then 4 times it drops down, and 5, and forget it, it's going down way after that. So a few days later, just send them one line. Are you still looking? One line. Are you still looking for a creative officiant to make your wedding amazing? Are you still looking for a fun band to make your dance floor packed? Are you still looking for an invitation designer to create invitations like your guests have never seen? Whatever it is, just try to use emotional words in there, results-based words. Don't try to say, are you still looking for a DJ? That's boring. Okay? But give them a chance to tell you no. Wouldn't it be better if you could cut that list of ghosts down to people that are only still interested? Yeah. So let's give them a chance to tell you no. I get this guy that's been emailing me. I didn't ask for any information to email me. And there's no unsubscribe in the email. And it's interesting stuff, just not interesting for me. So I'm going to have to email him back and ask him politely to please stop emailing me instead of anonymously just going unsubscribe. Every day people unsubscribe from my list, and I'm fine with it because I unsubscribe from other people's lists. And I only want the people on my list that want to be on my list. I only want the people to still be on your list that are still interested in talking to you. So let them tell you, no, I'm not. And don't burn the bridge, because we know what happens. Sometimes they come back. Now, if you still don't hear back, let's go back to a little bit of humor. Let's make them smile. I want to make them smile because I want them to tell me yes or no. I can take the no, I really can. I do love the word no, done just like you do. No is perfectly fine, because in my business, no means not today. In your business, no for the wedding probably means no, unless you have something else to offer. So if you're a DJ that does lighting and draping and photo booths and other things, maybe the other DJ they hired doesn't. Or maybe they hired a band and they want you to do draping and photo booths and other things, right? If you're at a venue that also can do rehearsal dinners or showers, or a hotel has overnight rooms, maybe no means no to this, but not no to everything. So what does something funny look like? These are actual examples from some of my clients. Subject line, on the road again. You want them to be a little curious, on the road again. I haven't heard back from you yet about your wedding at Tyler Arboretum, so I figured one of these 3 things must have happened. Please let me know with a simple 1, 2, 3. You have already found the perfect venue, congrats. You're so glad I reached out because you just haven't had time to get back to me yet. You've purchased an Airstream RV and are traveling cross-country visiting all the national parks. Which number is yours? She sent this out and she immediately got a reply. How about this one? Where we're going, we don't need roads. What's the reference? Back to the Future. This one's getting a little old there because some of your couples may not know Back to the Future, right? Well, if you give 10 years, then they come back again, right? That's how it goes. So where we're going, we don't need roads. I don't think it hurts you if they don't know it, but it's better if you do, because, oh wait, we're going to do it. What's the speed? How fast? 88 miles an hour, that's right. Okay. Hi Chris, I hope your wedding plans are coming together. I sent you a few messages and haven't heard back from you. I figured there were a couple of different reasons why this could be the case, so please reply back with a number of the correct circumstance. 1, your emails are all set. You're all set with your entertainment. I can stop sending you annoying emails. 2, you've been meaning to get back to me, you've just been really busy. 3, you're interested, but you just aren't ready to talk entertainment yet. I should follow up in 2 weeks. And 4, Doc screeched into your driveway in his DeLorean, and after some whimsical time traveling adventures, you found yourself stuck in 1955 without access to email. So this entertainment company in Baltimore sent this out after he heard me speak at Wedding MBA a couple years ago. Probably more than that because of COVID, right? BC, before COVID. 2019 is 1 BC, 2018 is 2 BC. I'm sticking with that. He sent it out Thanksgiving week to 3 couples. All 3 of them replied to him, and all 3 apologized to him for not having gotten back to him. And I hear this all the time from people. The guy that got me started on my podcast, Richie Stedman, he's a DJ in Salt Lake City. And one weekend, he said he re-listened to an episode I did, a short episode on following up, which I'm telling you about here. He went back to months worth of leads. Months. Not this week, last week. Months. He said, I'm really bad at following up. So he went back to anybody that hadn't told him no. Some he had conversations with, some he hadn't, some just ghosted or whatever, right? He booked 5 weddings. Every one of those couples apologized to him for not having gotten back to him. They saw the messages. Just like you do and I do, we don't respond, we're busy. It's just not a priority at the time. You follow up again. You put yourself at the top of the inbox and maybe the timing is better. I had a guy reach out to me on a Friday. Photo video company in New England, looking to take it national, wanted my help, consulting. Friday afternoon, message comes in through my website. I happen to be sitting at my desk and not on an airplane. That was good. So I picked up the phone and called him. Why? Because he put a phone number. Phone number was not required. He put a phone number. That for me is a personal challenge. So I called him. He answered. He did not have to, but he did. We had a little conversation. He said, it's Friday, I'm kind of busy. Can we talk next week? I said, sure, how about Monday at 2? I didn't give him a choice of 2. I just said Monday at 2. He said, that's fine. Sent him a calendar appointment. Call him Monday at 2. He doesn't answer. People get busy. Okay. Leave a message. Send an email. Nothing. Leave a message. Send an email. Nothing. Send an email, nothing. Let it sit for a little bit, did it again. Finally, I sent him an email that said, don't you wish your sales team was as persistent as I am? And he responded, yes. He saw the messages. They just weren't the priority at the time. If you give up you are giving up the sale. Your competitors have already given it up. Based on our stats, a week later, 2 weeks later, they're not even in the game. How about this one, microwave or air pump? Curious? Hi, Nikki. I haven't heard back from you yet, so I figured one of 3 things happened. 1, you found a different planner that was just so awesome you couldn't resist it. 2, you've been meaning to get back to me, you've just been really busy. 3, you're binge watching Netflix shows and need me to send more popcorn. Which number and/or do you prefer, microwave or air pump? She originally had stove top, but I'm thinking how many people know Jiffy Pop, right? That's a little generational thing there as well, right? So, okay. Bruno Mars, are you with? I'm following up on my email since I haven't heard back. I'll ask that you respond with a number that fits the following reasons so I'll know how to respond. 1, you've chosen another DJ. 2, you're still researching DJs. Cool, let's talk. 3, you won the lottery and Bruno Mars is performing live at your wedding. Inquiring minds want to know, which number is it? You think they're going to smile? Unless they hate Bruno Mars, right? How could they hate Bruno? But you want them to stop what they're doing, read your message, give you a response. That's all you're trying to do. This breaks through the clutter because nothing else is coming in their inbox like this. I've had people do, the last one was you being chased by a wild bear and you want me to call animal police, right? I've used this myself. R2-D2 and C3PO aren't responding. Right? Anybody here not know the reference? Okay. I have had people who have never seen a Star Wars movie, which is hard to believe because what is there, like 87 or something like that? Because they started at number 4 and then they went ahead, then they went back, and now you got Baby Yoda, right? It's like they're all over the place. But even people who've never seen Star Wars have heard of C3PO and R2-D2 because it's just in the culture, right? So now picture this. When I do prospecting, and I haven't prospected in a while because I can overfill my calendar. You guys remember 2022, right? Overfill your calendars? Yeah, by 2019, I was away 178 nights from home. Okay, almost exactly half the year I was away. And I can do that again, but I don't want to do that. I lived that just like you lived 2022. I don't want to live that again. So when I did prospecting, one of the ones that I did is I had a flashlight that was like a stick with 5 bright LEDs on it. You know the company that sends you pens with your name on it, right? So they sent me a flashlight one day. I was like, I love flashlights. I said, oh, this is cool. What can I do with this? So I got white tubes, 9-inch white tubes, orange bubble wrap, put the flashlight inside with the paper wrapped around it, right? A custom label on the outside that said, open for a bright idea. Flashlights, bright idea. And inside it had a message that said, why should you have Alan come and train your sales team? It had testimonials. Wouldn't it be a bright idea to have me come and train your team or something like that, right? And I emailed people that had inquired about sales training but hadn't done it or hadn't done it in a while, okay? Your boss probably got that at some point. So I sent this out, and I sent an email that day and said, hi Anna, watch your mailbox for a white tube coming from me this week, okay? I wanted people to know that we're getting a tube in the mail. It wasn't a pipe bomb, okay? Well, you know, how many tubes do you get in the mail, right? It's just an unusual thing. So I sent it out, and some people responded right away. Ooh, what is it? I said, you have to wait, okay? When you got it, the tracking number, post office would send me an email or a text that said, if you got it, I would send it with the subject line, did you get it? Inside, hi Anna, first step in getting more sales is getting noticed. That's why I sent you the white tube and the flashlight. New paragraph. Now that I have your attention, wouldn't it be a bright idea to have me come and train your sales team? Okay. Some people respond to that. If you didn't respond, a couple of days later, you got an email that says, do you remember getting it? And inside I have a similar message with a single testimonial quote, wouldn't it be a bright idea? You still didn't respond to that. That's now, what, 3 emails, 4 emails, right? Flashlight in the mail. You still didn't respond. That you had inquired about training at some point. You still didn't respond. I sent you this. R2-D2 and C3PO are responding. Hi Patrick, I'm sure you're responding to inquiries right away, and like many others, you're frustrated by getting ghosted by your brides, grooms, and others. You've thought about having me come for sales training for your team, but it just hasn't happened yet. I can only imagine that it's one of these reasons. 1, your sales team is selling so much and profiting you so much that they couldn't possibly sell more. 2, you know it'll be valuable and want to find out when I can come. 3, you know it'll be valuable, but it's a little out of your budget. You'd like to find out about a small group sales training, share the cost and experience. And number 4, Imperial forces are storming your outpost and you want me to use the force to stop. Please respond to the appropriate number. 5 people within an hour. 5 people who had not responded to a flashlight in the mail and 4 other emails responded to this. They all said number 3, which was the soft option, which is, I don't want you to come for private training because I know how much that is. I want a small group like we're doing tomorrow with our mastermind, is a small group, which started, by the way, when a caterer in Miami said, I can't afford you for training, can I invite some friends? I was like, wow, that's a really good idea. You get your best ideas from your customers sometimes. I've been doing masterminds for over 10 years now because of this customer who said, can I invite some friends? Cool. Okay. What about after meetings? What about after tours? You had the phone call. You had the Zoom call. They came in for a tour at your venue. They came in and had a meeting, sat across from you, and then you're getting ghosted. Comes back to the ambiguity of it. If somebody doesn't buy today, which by the way, you should be asking for the sale if you're on the phone, if you're on the Zoom, if you're in the meeting. I have people that don't. There was this venue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She said to me, I have never sold someone on the first appointment. I said, why? She said, well, it's a big decision. I tell them to go home and think about it. I said, you tell them to go home? When they're in your venue, you say, go home and think about this, it's a big decision. She goes, yeah. I said, I need to sit down. Somebody came in, falls in love with the venue when you say, go home and think about it. I said, you need to tell me, in all the years you've had your venue, no one has bought on the first tour. And she said, well, this one couple came in, and I told them to go home and think about it. And they got halfway down their long driveway, stopped, turned around, came back and said, we don't want to think about it, we want to get married here. I said, how many people made it all the way out, fell in love with another venue, when you could have sold it? Ambiguous next steps. What's going to happen when the phone call ends? What's going to happen when the Zoom ends? What's going to happen when they leave your office or the building? Do you know which other people that they're meeting with and when? Do you know when they're looking to make a final decision?